sorry, but my computer mechanism that died in here. But this is the thing that I know. So the solar year starts the season. You cannot start it without the sun. At the vernal equinox, that's when we were talking about that everything lines up and the season begins, right? It's usually around the 19th or the 20th. This year it was March the 20th. So when March the 20th of the 19th, because of technology, they know exactly when it's going to be, right? That starts your year, your season. Now, after that hits, then you're looking for your first visible sight of your first full moon after the start of the season, which is the summer. So after March 20th, we look for our first full moon. All right, now somebody go on their phone and put in 2019 full moon. Now let's get what the date is on that. This ain't hard. This helping us use the sun and the moon to determine the feast.
Just Google it?
Just Google it, yes ma'am. You show off there. Let's show off there. Here, right?
Oh,
Nice.
thank you.
Who? It says March 21st. Mm-hmm. Y'all look at it again, it should say March 20th.
What you said again?
It should say March 20th. Now, remember, you got the first full moon. Now, you might have the full moon that shows up on March the 20th and it show up till March 21st. That's why they might have 21st there. But the first sighting of the full moon is the 20th this year. Who has the 20th? All right, so the 20th is it. Now notice that the solar year and the moon sighting is on the same day this year. It's on the same day. Both of them was on the 20th. So what would we be doing? The 20th, March the 20th, is our Rosh Hashanah. That's our new year. That's the first day of the what? New moon, the new month, our new year. Which we're supposed to come together and celebrate the new year. We need to do that. March the 20th. Now, but that's not day one. That's the full moon, the new moon. Your day one is the next day. So what's the next day after March 20th? No, the next day, man. Day. The next day after the 21st. Now watch this. Let's do it. All right, the 21st. The 21st, 22nd. So we're looking for the 14th. The 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30, 31, 32, 33. I messed up. I started. I'm talking about 32. What kind of number system I'm on? Let's do that over. April, let's do it over. April to the 1st, to the 2nd. Y'all ready? For the 1st, for the 2nd, for the 3rd, for the 4th, for the 5th, for the 6th, for the 7th, for the 8th, 29th, 30th. There's a 31st in March, right?
It is.
31st is 11th. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. April the 3rd at Eve. It's the Passover. At Eve. That's the reason for that. The day ain't beginning, but it's the Passover. At Eve. It's that hard. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Slow your stuff. No. I'll tell you what. I'm going to give y'all a test. 2020. Tell me when Passover is 2020.
All right.
Now remember, you have to look for the solar year beginning. So you will put in the vernal equinox. That's all you got to put in. And it'll give you what date that is. Once you find out what that date is, then you look for your first full moon after that date. Once you get that full moon, that's the first, that's the new moon day. Then you count 14 days after that, then you got Passover. After the start of the year. So if you just want to skip, you just put first full moon after, well, yeah, first full moon after the solar year, after the burning equinox. What you got?
I got April 2nd.
What is that?
Passover of 2020.
No. What is April the 2nd day? That's the first full moon after the March 19th or March 20th. What full moon y'all got in April?
First full moon will be April 7th, 2020.
April the 7th, right? Let's count. So April the 7th is not a day. That's the new moon, right? So let's do it. April 8th, April 9th, April 10th, April 11th, April 12th, April 13th, April 14th, April 15th, April 16th, April 17th, April 18th, April 19th, April 20th, April 21st. Passover 2020.
21st, 2020.
April 21st. We're using creation to calculate the feast days. That make the most sense to me. That's why I don't fight that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It does.
You see what I'm saying? We in line with what happened in the original. We're in line with what happened in the beginning. We're looking at the first full moon in the beginning. Now I'll do another video online later to handle all of the other portions that we bring up in 1 Samuel by David hiding in the field of the yard, and it seemed like it was 2 days. It's a whole different terminology there. I handle that in a little bit. Be no problem. Different stuff like that. But this is why we calculate and go off the full moon, because of all the information that we just bought. Now, there's other brothers that's scholars on this. Like I had to give it to Minister Milk Horns. He's a scholar on this. I mean, he can go all the way in. You know, on there, he go in on the Enochian calendar. He go in on all that. And Kingdom Harbinger brother too, Ron Shields, he's a scholar on that also too. You got to give credit where credit due. But then, on July the 5th, July the 5th, they're doing a national meeting. They're getting all the experts that's on the calendar. That's going to all be in one place, and they're going to talk about their different views, and have their views brought up to scrutiny, and then we're going to see what stands over the longer. That'll be in Houston, Texas. Those that want to go, I'm going to try to make sure I go there to be for that, to bring in some more information. But this is what I have as the leader of Rebirth right now concerning the calculation of the feast days.
And what month and day and time and year you said again?
What month and day this year?
Yeah.
This year, it'll be on April the 3rd.
Okay.
April the 3rd this year. This one passed that evening. That's the 14th day. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. April the 3rd. And next year we said it was what? We calculated what? April 21st? April 21st. So, this is, anybody got any questions?
Well, you had just said something in effect that there's 2 other persons that like a scholar on that.
Yeah.
The calendar, and you said there's going to be an open forum.
Open forum.
Will it start this year or next year?
This year, July the 5th in Houston, Texas. It's in Houston, Texas. Torah Chaim is doing a national opening, a national conference on this specific subject, where you have different people that major in these specific fields in the calendar, but they're gonna all come together, because the main thing is to try to get on one accord with the calendar where everybody ain't doing their feast. One year I went about 3 or 4 trying to support different people, but we need to try to get on one accord. Yes, ma'am.
This is almost like the wise man when it was time for the birth of Yeshua, right? That they had the wise one, what do they call them? Astrologers? Astronomers. They was watching for the stars and the moon, signals and everything, and they was waiting for things to get into alignment so they can calculate almost when it was time for him to come to planet Earth.
Oh, they pinpointed it.
They pinpointed it.
They look exactly because the Most High, like I said, he speaks to us in the stars, and we just so, we're so disconnected with his creation, it's a shame. For stuff that he be trying to show us that's in the sky, in the stars, all these type of things he always speaking, but we just been built to be on the go so much. We always moving that when we take time. Go ahead, sis, and that.
Can you clarify again with,
Yeah,
the
man.
Sabbath stuff?
Uh-huh.
You said something,
Yes, ma'am. We were showing you how all the way from Genesis, how he was always working in the day period, and at night that he would rest, right? All right, so he did that pattern all the way up until he got to the Sabbath. And he said, no, I'm ending my work on this day. I'm going to rest, and I want to set this as a pattern. I don't want nobody working in the day
Come on.
the Sabbath. So he said, this is going to be a sanctified day, a blessed day, a day that I set apart. So we keep it holy, the Sabbath all the way around and all the way through. Does that make sense?
So from morning to evening?
Well, from morning to evening is the time period that he rested, right? But that night, he was already resting anyway. So it's like this, and I tell people, the pattern of what he showed, that's why he said that honor the Sabbath day.
Say it.
He was saying honor the Sabbath day. He was talking about that day period of rest, right? But it's still, when you look at it all the way around, it's 24-hour periods, but he set aside that daylight period because he didn't want nobody working during that period. See what I'm saying? With the sunrise to the sunset. If that makes sense.
From sundown Friday to sundown Saturday.
No matter.
Saturday. It's not from sundown Friday.
No matter. It was from what we bought out, it was from the sunrise is what starts a new day.
Okay.
Right? All the way through, you would hear him say that he was working throughout the day. Anytime sunrise happened, that's when he would start working. And then the evening he would rest.
Where did that come from?
Well, some of the things, like I said, and that's something like, I want y'all to go back and look at this other teaching that I did on it so you can kind of see where I was headed with that, and it'll help you go all through the other scriptures that help you see that all the way through it, they consider the day to start in the day, in the beginning. Now, what we put out there in the teaching, that from sunset to sunset was a Babylonian practice. And we was in captivity in Babylon.
I remember that.
You see what I'm saying? And then the Jewish people bought us sunset to sunset also too. But it's different things in the scripture that, like, when you looked at it in the beginning, when you said evening and morning was the first day, I just totally just looked at it and just saying, well, evening and morning, first day, okay, evening and morning, that's it. But then when you go and then you look at other scriptures in the Levitical laws, it does seem like it's saying that, that you'll be unclean until evening, you'll be unclean until evening. So this is the stuff that I said, that you have to go look at that video and then we'll come back. Because I don't want to have because this is going to be a whole hour conversation if I break that down. But what we'll do, yeah, watch that this week, and then we'll get together, and next time we come together, we'll probably be, I'll tell you what, on the fourth Sunday, because next week we're going to Atlanta. So on the fourth Sunday, if we all here, we'll come back and everybody can bring their scriptures and then we'll hash that out. Is that all right?
What's the name of that video?
It's called When Does the Day Begin? I'll drop it in the group and I'll send it to y'all.
When does a day begin?
When does the day begin? All right, so any other questions? Oh yeah, what time is it?
5:19.
Oh, okay.
In the scripture, Yeshua Christ said himself, the Messiah said himself, the day isn't the day 12 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we read that in there. They were saying it's 12 hours in a day. Like we're saying, you be children of the day, children of the light. Work by the day, because at night no man works. Yes, ma'am. Y'all send me your emails and I'll send this to you. Any other questions? All right. How many of us will be able to go to Atlanta next week?
Oh,
Good. That's good. Okay, we're going to go down there and fellowship with have a good time. Remember, mark this on your calendar, April the 27th, we're gonna be branching out and going down to there with Columbia, South Carolina. That'll be our first initial service with them, April 27th, and then we'll set a date in May that we're gonna actually launch a assembly down there with them. So it'll be 2 months for them. I mean, not 2 months, but two times they'll come up here, and then 2 times we'll be down there. As far as me myself. But and also I want to let everybody know this is the schedule now. We're doing 3 Sabbaths, and the 4th Sabbath we rest. We meet on that Sunday and do something, whether it be. I tried to set it up like this. Well, on that 4th weekend, we're actually going to the community farm and working on the land, putting stuff in the ground. We got to get out there and start doing this stuff. Whatever needs to be built up, need to be built up. Work on storage stuff, like we was talking about for the end times. All that stuff, that's what we got those 4th Sundays for. So let's get back on the ball on getting together on those 4th Sundays. And working the land. And some of y'all ain't never been out there and just fellowshipping with each other. But we will be doing meeting 3 Saturdays out the month. But sometimes, we have different engagements and places that we have to be. So y'all been doing good staying having the Sabbath. But what I'm gonna try to start doing sometimes is having some of the, I hate to be gone like that, having some of the meetings on their 4th Sunday, 4th weekend on that Saturday, and try to be back that Sunday. But I think that's all the announcements. Anybody else got any announcements or anything they want to announce? Again, thank everybody for coming out to Pier on Pier. It was amazing. Had an awesome time. Anybody else got any announcements or anything?
You're gonna tell us the address in Atlanta, right? So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
we know at what time, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'll try to send that to you tonight.
Thank you.
The address. Somebody tell my wife. Any other questions, comments, or concerns, or anybody got anything coming up that we need to know about, or what that y'all want us to be a part of, or anything? All right, well, family, let's get up. Shalom to everybody online. Love y'all. Hope y'all got some understanding. Email me questions, and we'll go from there. Let's pray out. Brother David, can you pray us out?
Just hit the X.
Huh?
Just hit the X in the corner.
Who?
Just hit the X in the corner. To
Yeah.
stop.
Just take it out.